everybody, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel tonight. How did everyone's Christmas go? I hope it was good. Let's see, we have been joined already by Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man the Hero, who says, "Oh, you missed my funny jokes. LOL, none tonight. You'll have to wait next year. Only 365 days away." I also have sad news about and then it stopped. Stellar Piper's also here saying, "Peter, 364 days until next Christmas." I'm not even going to enter that argument. So that's okay. So, how have you all been? I hope you've had a good Christmas and I hope things are going well. I tell you, I just about forgot today was Saturday. So, how crazy is that? Let's see. I'm still getting put together here. Yep. Okay. I was checking to make sure that I had it out on Twitter and so forth. So there we go. It is out there. So voila. All right. So it's cold out here. Are you guys experiencing tons of snow where you are? Stellar, how's life your way? Because here in Abingdon, we are cold. We are expected to hit 20 degrees, but we have a feels like of much, much lower than that because of the wind and such. But we did get to take a nice drive. We drove over into North Carolina today, so that was nice. I needed to go to Hobby Lobby, and hubby was like, "Let's go." So we did. So, yeah. So, all right. I want to check in with everybody and find out about your New Year's Day food plans. Because I know we've got some that are going to do the black eyed peas, and we've got some that are not into black eyed peas and greens. So, I thought we could talk about that some because it's such a tradition, especially if you're in the South. I don't know if you're not from the South, if it's a tradition or not. So you guys can fill me in on that. So, because I don't know, I'm thinking that here in our house, we're going to do beans and greens. And I really think that after 2020, everybody needs to be eating beans and greens this New Year's Day. Busy Lady is in here. So, hey, Busy Lady, how are you? How was your Christmas? I hope it was good. Mine was okay. We survived. It's just always lots to do. Lots and lots. But yeah, it was good. So did Matthew get all the presents he wanted? I hope. Whoops. Gotta go back into comments here. Hang on. There we go. I hit the wrong button and hid the whole comment section. That's not good. So did Matthew get his toys? Get what he wanted? Stellar, how about you? I know Stellar did. Or at least she got what we thought she wanted anyway. Oh, Stellar says, "Please note, I'm on time for once." There you go. Noted. Hey, Tanya Lambert's here. Hi, Tanya. How are you? Okay, Busy says, doing well. How are you? Hers was pretty good, low key. Yeah, I think everybody's Christmas this year was low key. That's what I keep hearing. And that's okay. 2020's been such a hectic year. I think it's just nice that we were able to pause for just a little bit, even just for a little while on Christmas, and just take a quick break. So yeah. And good for you, Stellar. I agree. Stellar says hi. Hello. Hello. We have this superstar here. We have Yankees Outdoors Adventure saying hi. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. YouTube gave me a Christmas present and fixed my chat so I can now chat in live streams. That is a Christmas miracle, folks. Did they tell you how they fixed it? Because I know that they were denying that there was a problem for the longest. Did I get what I wanted? Yeah, I did. I got lots of beads for jewelry, and somebody gave me a little bit toward the service dog fundraiser, so I'm not going to complain. Saying hi, hi. And Busy Lady says, LOL, one time too wacky. I'm telling you, that'll work. That'll work. Seller says we're both on time. It's a Christmas miracle. Yes, but I think that Yankee probably has the biggest Christmas miracle because his problems with chat have been long-standing and deep. Could be. And it could be God's just tossing out lots of miracles right now. Severe sprain of the same foot. Ow! I'm glad your foot is not broken though. So sprains are awful, but I hope you get to feeling better. Busy saying, oh no, Tanya, are you okay? Yankees Adventures says, LOL, far from a star. That is not true. No, in fact, they didn't tell me about it. I always test it and found out on my own and notified them. They should have just told you. That's just crazy. But, at least I guess. So I'm glad you were checking, though, because, you could go forever if you weren't checking and never know. That's crazy. But I'm glad they fixed it. And yes, I would definitely refer to you as a star any day. Let's see. Busy Lady says, I got a weighted blanket like I wanted and slept so well. So those are pretty cool, huh? I always wondered about them. Tony says she'll be busy. She has to wear a boot and keep her foot up, so she's not doing well. Oh, Tanya, I'm so sorry. How long do you have to be in the boot? Did they give you an idea? Because broken toes, there's not much they can do with them, but it sure is a problem. Been there and done that. I only broke one, though, and that was several years ago. I agree, Stellar. Oh, Tanya loves her weighted blanket. Let me go back, though. She says that 2 toes are broken and a micro tear in the same foot. And Tanya says she loves her weighted blanket. So that's awesome. So that's 2 people now that I've talked to with the weighted blankets. That's awesome. I agree, Stellar. Until I can bear full weight on the foot. We're going to hope that's not going to be long. And I got to tell you, I'm really glad that you have Archer, your support dog, that can help you. Because if there was ever a time that you need a service dog, now's it. I agree, Busy. A Yankee's saying, how's everyone feel about getting rid of 2020 and starting a new year? Yes, I think that sounds great. And I'm telling you, I was mentioning food earlier. You know, it's a tradition in the South. I don't know about everywhere, but on New Year's Day, you're going to have greens of some kind, often collards, but sometimes turnip, kale, whatever, some kind of greens, and you're going to have black eyed peas. And you do that for luck. So we're going to push all the bad luck from 2020 away, and we're going to bring in 2021 on a happier note. So if you all did not eat your black eyed peas last New Year's Day, you got to fix that. You got to, you got to. Let's see. Stellar's asking if weighted blankets are hot. Her concern is that she'll melt. Aw, Tanya's friend Melanie made the blanket. That's so cool. Yeah, I do. What I've been thinking about is the weighted blanket. If I could just get a throw for my lower legs because they cramp so badly, like I'll move wrong and boom. So thinking about that. But I didn't know if they would really work or not. So glad to have the recommendations. Okay, Stellar's saying, Yankee, I can't wait. Oh, my stars and garters. I'm so stoked. Wow, you're pulling out an ancient term there. Tanya's saying, kick it to the curb. Busy lady's up for greens. Tanya says she hopes everyone is well. Oh, busy lady says she's been wanting smoothies. Stella, you've got the right idea. She's making a double batch of greens. Tanya says they're a bit hot. Okay. No, they are not hot. Okay. You know, Yankee, I agree. I mean, it's going to be rough the first couple of months, but I also think that as long as we can believe it's going to be an awesome year and we can work to make it happen, then it will be an awesome year, just like what you're saying. I totally believe in that. Okay, Busy. So there you go. So what I guess the next question is, what are we or what can we as individuals do to make next year a better year? So I think number one, going into it with Yankees positive attitude there, that it's going to be awesome. I think that'll be a good one. What else, you all? I know the beans and the the greens and the black eyed peas. That way we know we're starting off with some good luck, right? So there you go. We've got that. I know I'm making big plans personally. I put in for that program I told you all about, and it may take me away for 8 weeks if I can get into it. But here's the thing. Even if I don't get into that program, there's still a lot to be said for trying. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Tanya's saying it's going to be a bit hard to get her payday running finished, but she shall manage. There you go. You can do it. After seeing what you've accomplished with your weight loss and setting up your apartment and everything you've done, Tanya, I think you can accomplish anything. I really do. So there you go. And I hope that you all believe that each of you who are here, can do anything too. It's attitude makes the difference. Okay, Stellar is planning on Walt Disney World in March. Now that'll be fun. That'll be really fun. You get there, and you don't have to think about any problems. You can just relax. Tanya says, thank you very much. Tanya, it's the truth. Anybody in this chat room will tell you that. I firmly believe it. Because that can-do mindset. We've talked about that before. Makes all the difference. So, Yankee, what are you doing next year to make it happen? Oh, fun. And y'all, this would probably be a good discussion for the other channel too at some point. So we've got some good people lined up over there. So I'm excited about the future on that. So just a little plug there. Thought I'd mention it. I know with me, I'm hoping to make and sell a lot more jewelry next year. And, like I said, hopefully the program will pick me up. And let's see, Tanya says, oh, fun to Stellar. And Yankee says, I think it has to do with your state of mind, making lemonade out of lemons, recognizing the true values in our life, and realize that life is short and every day is a reward. There you go. Absolutely. And that goes along with what we mentioned a few weeks ago. Absolutely. Stellar's wanting to know if anybody's making New Year's resolutions. I've got a couple. So, yeah, if anybody else has them, toss them down in the chat room because I would really love to hear them. My resolutions, of course, I think everybody, right, we all plan on walking more, losing weight, and drinking more water. Is there anybody that does not have that, or at least one of those for a resolution? Yankee smiling. There you go. So, that's always something, but one of my resolutions is to try to travel and get out there more because I really, as you all know, I was able to do some of it this year and show you some places, but I'm really looking forward to doing more. So my whole plans for spring of last year will hopefully be plans for spring for this year, but that's my big resolution. Now, timing on that's going to change if I get accepted there on the other thing, but that's okay. Ooh, Tanya says she doesn't. She prefers to make goals for the new year, which is probably better than making resolutions. So, Tanya, what are some of your goals for the new year? What are you looking at? I know there's a couple of things you want to do with Archer as far as teaching him to pull. Hey, did you have a chance yet to look and see if there's any Iditarod videos out there that can help you about teaching them to pull? Okay, now this is interesting. Stellar is going to try to make one new recipe each week. I missed that. That's a good one. What are you going to start with? Are you going to start with like any particular genre or just what catches your attention? Yeah, I missed posting that a second ago. And and y'all, just to let you know, sometimes I'm going to be switching screens a little bit, so my focus may shift because I'm noticing that the comments on the YouTube end are showing up at a different rate than on the StreamYard end. StreamYard, I'm getting them in batches, so sometimes StreamYard's ahead and sometimes YouTube is ahead with the comments. I don't understand that, but what can I say? Like right now, I've got this comment available, but on the YouTube end, I see Yankee's comment about, I don't do New Year's resolution, but I try to better myself every day. I have a ritual where I determine if I could have increased the value of my day, and if so, I implement that tomorrow. Okay, now your comment showed up on StreamYard. And I want to put that on for a minute and just kind of leave it because I think that's really important to try to do better every day. Too often we kind of get stuck in letting what happened today carry over. But if we can learn from it and move forward, then we emerge a better and stronger person. Let's see. Tanya also says, I want to work with Archer and I want to get a work from home job. I'm working with vocational rehabilitation for the blind on it. I want to pay off more debts and get a phone that works. Working phones are so important. So I hope you get that. I hope it comes through because that is, how do I want to put this? Working phones, okay, we sometimes we think of phones as a luxury, but they're not. And especially if you live by yourself, you really need to have it. So I hope that the job and everything, I hope it happens. Okay, Stellar says she's going to start with techniques that she wants to learn. Like, I want to learn how to poach an egg, so I'll find a breakfast recipe using that. Good for you, building skills. And Tanya says, not yet, Gail. I spent Christmas at the ER and have been sleeping more since getting hurt. That totally makes sense. I'm just sorry that you had to spend Christmas at the ER. But I'm glad you got to go and have it looked at. Good gracious. That's scary. And let's see. Yankee says, Tanya, those are excellent goals, and I believe you can acquire them all. I do too. Busy lady's back. She wants to know what she missed. Busy, where do I even start? Let's see. We were talking about goals and New Year's resolutions, and Tanya's not making resolutions. She's making goals. Yankee's not doing either one. He's trying to better himself each day. Stellar's going to learn more skills about cooking. So you and she can communicate and talk about that, because I know you've got a lot of good recipes. Tanya does too. Tanya's channel is great for that too. And let's see, Stellar, where'd you go? Stellar says, healing is important and you need to rest for that. Oh, yeah. Busy. Tanya spent Christmas at the emergency department, and she's been sleeping more since because she's broken some toes in her foot and has a major sprain. There you go. Thank you, Yankee. Yankee says, Stellar, you can do anything. The world is at your fingertips. I agree. And Stellar's one that, y'all, I think I've talked about before, but Yankee, you may not know. Stellar has achieved more than she was told she would ever achieve in her life. Stellar, can I just brag on you again for a minute? Okay, what the heck? I'm not going to give you the option. When she was in middle school, she was diagnosed with epilepsy, and she was told that because of the epilepsy, she wasn't going to achieve in math or music, and she lived to play the flute. That was her big thing. So she was told that she would never be successful at it. But God had other plans. Not only was she successful at it, but she was the first kid in the history of her high school, in the whole history of her high school, to play with the Raleigh Youth Orchestra. And then she went on and she's played at Arlington National Cemetery, and she's played at the Lincoln Memorial, and she's played at the Cathedral in D.C. So, yeah. And I want to kind of hold her story out there. And she's talked about it on Overcoming the Obstacle, but I want to hold her story out there because, I think that with faith in God and with a belief in yourself, you can achieve the impossible. I really do. Yep, we are. We're talking about goals. Tanya says she also wants to get more physical therapy and to get stronger physically. There you go. But that has to wait until I heal. That makes sense. Total sense. Woo! Busy Lady's husband got her a treadmill for Christmas, and it arrives Monday. So I guess mine will be weight loss and being healthier all around. There you go. That's a good one. And Stellar says, Busy Lady, nice. Work off the lockdown 15. I've not heard that term. I like it, though, because it fits. I work better with a list of goals. Weekly goals are best for me. It really helps to have a list. Yeah, Yankee says very inspirational, Stellar. Don't ever accept labels. You get to make your life whatever you want it to be. That is so true. Because, I've told y'all, the world is going to like tear you down, but don't listen. Stellar says, Yankee, I try. There you go. And Tanya says, nice gift, busy. It is. It is. So it sounds like we had some pretty good Christmases going on. What are your plans for New Year's? Anybody got big plans? Y'all are going to love my plans when I tell you, but you all toss yours out. Excuse me. Busy says, I'm very blessed. We should discuss our goals weekly and hold each other accountable. Yeah, that's something that's really going to be good for overcoming the obstacles too. I hate to keep going back to that though. I'm going to post the link for that just in case y'all don't have it. So, discuss our goals weekly and hold each other accountable. Tony says, I need to buy a pull strap for Archer first. I hope you can find one easily. I'm sure Amazon can probably help you, or Chewy's, PetSmart. Okay, that's the link. Busy Lady says her New Year's plans are just to relax and have drinks. Works. My plans? Are you ready? My plans are to clean house. Yankees is not doing much of anything. People may not realize it, but I did social distancing when social distancing wasn't cool. Okay. There is a lot to be said for that. If you can quiet your spirit and just kind of relax and, yeah, hold on. Busy Lady says, same here. Stellar says, ha ha, Yankee, you were practicing. No, there's a lot to be said for being able to just center and be calm and kind of let people do their own thing. Tanya says, I spend a lot of time with Archer, so nothing is going to change. So, okay. And it sounds like in a lot of respects, we are going back to our old habits, which may be a continuation of what's been happening, if that makes sense, happening in our lives. Let's see, Stellar. I think I'm going to talk the hubs into a fire in our fireplace and popping a bottle of sparkling grape juice. It's a good plan. Johnny says practice makes perfect. Yankee says LOL, as you see there. Yeah, I'm going to clean house. I want to take, well, not just dusting, but I want to take a good solid inventory of where I've been and where I'm going. Clean house there. Okay, now I missed something here. Stellar's saying, sorry, Peter. Okay. I am missing something. Hold on. Why is it not showing up? Okay, this is one of those times where I'm going to the other chat room and get into there. Okay. Oh, Peter, I am so sorry about your grandma. That is really, really hard. And I am sorry to hear that news. I hope I hope you all feel the comfort of friends and family during this time. I agree, Yankee. I agree. And Peter says thank you. So, Peter, I'm sorry. And that's a really hard thing at the holidays. Well, it's a hard thing anytime, but I think these things are worse during the holidays. So we will, if you're okay with it, we'll keep you in prayer. Let's see, Tanya says, I think I can say that my injury has been beneficial for my family, as Archer wasn't able to be with me when I fell. And now my family understands more why I need him. You know, good things can come out of bad circumstances. And I am sorry you fell, but I do hope your family is going to be a little more understanding. Wow. That's amazing. Tanya says, I'm praying for you and your family if that's okay. Agreed. And Stellar says she's so sorry. So loss is always hard. So hopefully your friends and family, you'll find comfort. They'll be able to comfort each other. And may you be blessed with peace and strength during the coming days. So here we go. And Tanya says, we love you, Peter. We're here for you. So we hope that you can be encouraged. So, New Year's Day, we're going to be going for black eyed peas and greens. What else? What else are we doing? Aw, thank you, Peter. And if there's some way that we can like pray for you on the other channel tomorrow, then just let us know. Leave a comment on one of the videos from last week. And also, I don't know if it's going to be helpful or not, but Laurie did a video on coping with grief and loss during the holidays. So that might help. Okay, and Tawny's saying that her mom actually put her foot down and said, from now on, if Archer can't be with me, we'll move the gathering or not have it. I was surprised. That is a major breakthrough. Major. Good. Good for you. 365. Okay. There's our Peter keeping count, Tanya says. 364 days. You saw that. Okay. Now, hold on. Now, we've got this argument here. I've got to solve this. Okay, so we've got 365 days till Christmas, 364 days till Christmas. I'm thinking we're a little off. I'm just going to look it up. And Stellar Piper is saying, Tanya, that's really good. So okay, you all. I've just got to bing this. We'll see who's right. Surely there's a website out there that'll tell us. Right? Because like it's the internet, so there's got to be something like that. Oh, okay. Would you all believe 363 days until Christmas? That's what this says. Let me pull it in. I'm going to share this screen. Here we are. Countdown. Christmas countdown. Let's see. Yeah. Christmas countdown dot online, and it says 363 days, 4 hours, 21 minutes, and 50 something seconds. And I'm not going to say exactly because it's counting. So you know what that means? That means we're all wrong. Peter says, yep. 363. What? And Peter says, yep. That's what it says. Do y'all want me to find another website? Let's see. This one says the same thing. 363. And let's see. And that one says 363. So guess what, you all? I guess it's 363. The only other way to know for sure is probably to get out a calendar and start counting. But that's what all three of those little websites say. But you know what the big thing is? The really big thing to know is we don't have to worry about it. Because there's a lot of days between now and then. So we can relax and we just don't have to worry about it. So there you go. NorthPole.com too. Didn't think about that one. And let's see. Tanya says, I thought it was a big step for her in accepting him. She even explained to my brother-in-law things she has noticed him doing dangerous that I didn't see. It's a positive thing. Well, good. I'm glad that something positive came out of that. You deserved that break, not the broken foot break. So I'm glad. Sorry, no funny Christmas jokes tonight. Have to wait till next year. That's okay. Anyone started the next Christmas list? Well, I'm still working on this one. But you know, okay, here's the thing. And we in this culture forget about it all too often. But the 12 days of Christmas just started. Did you all know that? It just started on Christmas Day. And all too often, like we think about it as everything happens and then it stops on Christmas Day. But it starts on Christmas Day, and there's a lot of kids in the world that won't even get their Christmas presents until Epiphany, which is the 6th of January. And then there are some that will get their some Christmas gifts, and then they'll get like Epiphany gifts. And here in the U.S., we do everything before Christmas, and then we come to a sudden stop on Christmas Day. So I kind of like the idea that it goes, you know? So what do you all think? Do you think we should start celebrating on Christmas Day? or stop? Let's see. Tony says, I'm glad to. Tony says, it does get better here. Just hang on. Ha! Busy Lady says, getting way ahead of yourselves. Stellar says, yep, the wise men haven't seen the baby yet. True. Really? Y'all didn't know that? Busy did not know that either. Okay, yeah. The 12 days of Christmas begins on December 25th, and then they go through Epiphany, which is also known as Three Kings Day. So let me see about typing that one in and see what I can find, because it's kind of important too. And honestly, I think my personal opinion, if we started the celebration, like everything working up to it actually began the celebration on Christmas Day, I think it might end that after Christmas letdown that we all have. Because we all, like we get so busy and it's go 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 go, sudden stop. And I think that if we were to like switch it around a little bit and get onto more of a different kind of calendar. So I'm trying to see if I can, I'm scrolling through here real quick to try to find it. And also, some people, you all may not realize, a long time ago, the tradition used to be that the Christmas tree went up on Christmas Eve so that the 12 days of Christmas would start with the Christmas tree up on Christmas Day. And, you're right, Yankees. Here in the U.S., we tend to forget there are other cultures in the world, some of them ancient. We're not the only ones that celebrate. Very true. And there are a lot that celebrate the solstice that just happened. The longest night was just a few days ago. And from that point, we have the longest night is the longest darkness. And then from that point, we start getting more sunlight. And then we'll have the summer solstice where we'll have more daylight. And then it'll start getting dark again. Did you know Santa makes a second round delivery? No. Didn't know that. I had enough cookies and so my computer. Yeah, I get that one. Good things he's not diabetic or lactose intolerant. Yeah, I was watching Moonshiners yesterday and they said that Santa didn't want any more cookies. He wanted a nice big drink. There's probably a good point to that. Okay, now I'm on this website and it says the 12 Days of Christmas is also known as Twelfth-tide, Christmas celebration of the Nativity of Jesus, marking the period between the birth of Jesus and the coming of the three wise men. And it says first day of Christmas is on December 25 and ends with Twelfth Night, which is on January 25. And this is also traditionally when Christmas decorations should be taken down, and that's Twelfth Night is traditionally when those decorations would come down. I bet you all didn't even know that Twelfth Night actually exists in more than a play. Oh, you're nice. Busy says, I just remembered a goal I would like to share with you all. To be in our own house by the end of 2021 and also pass the Six Sigma exam. Bless you, busy lady. I'm telling you, the worst days of my life were about writing articles about that. So, and you can do that goal on the house because that is a great goal. I look at here. Yankee says you got this. I totally agree. That'll be awesome. So keep us posted as you go along. Keep us posted. So, yeah, and Yankees mentioned of the different cultures in the world, some of them ancient, and we're not the only ones to celebrate. One thing about, and this isn't an ancient custom, but I'm Italian, and so we have this legend of La Befana, which is she's the witch of Christmas, and somebody says that some people say she's not a witch, that she was just a really old lady. But one of the legends is that the three wise men stopped at her house to ask how to get to Bethlehem, and they wanted her to accompany them, but she didn't. And so what she did was she stayed home cleaning and promised that she would catch up. But by the time she finished her chores, they were already gone. And she began running after them with Christmas presents for baby Jesus. She's still carrying the broom in her hand. But somehow she began to fly on the broomstick. And since she couldn't find the wise men, she started dropping gifts along to basically good little boys and girls. So that's one of the stories. But it's a really interesting thing because it's just celebrated differently. And I'm just picking on that because I'm more familiar with that. So let's see. Yep, it's busy. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Tanya says, great. We should set a monthly goal as a group. Everyone has their own and support each other. Sounds like a good idea. Stellar says she's got a 6-month goal of saving for a down payment for a car. Good goal, good goal. Then you can come and see me. There you go. Save and see your mom. Yearly goal, get a bigger place with a yard for Archie. Nice. I agree. That will be awesome. And let's see, Yankee says awesome folklore. Yeah, it's really interesting. You brought up about the other cultures, and other cultures are part of what fascinates me. Plus, me myself, I have this really weird, crazy background. So I'm always trying to learn more. Like my maternal side allegedly has some Native American roots, and I've got a DNA test sitting in there to test this theory because I want to verify it before I claim it. And my father's side is like straight off the boat Italian, so it's really different. And so I love looking at different things. And yeah, Stellar, what kind of car do you have in mind? Nice goal. You too, Peter. Have a good night. He says, have a good night, everyone. Merry Christmas to all and a good night. Ho, ho, ho from Santa. So, ho, ho, ho back at you, I guess. But have a good night. Definitely, Tanya. Definitely. And she says, good evening, Peter. Busy. I'm looking at a subcompact SUV. Hyundai, Mazda, Toyota, and Honda HR are front runners right now. Okay. I don't know what any of the other cars are, but I got to check it out. Okay. Good deal, Peter. We will see you tomorrow night. Take care. Night. Nice. Okay. Stella, you're going to have to fill me in on what those cars are. And Yankee says, before Christianity came to America and converted celebrations, the Lenape had a late fall ritual where a man named Messing W would ride a deer and deliver gifts to good boys and girls. Interesting. That's one of the other things fascinating about cultures, because Italian, we have La Befana, European and U.S., we have Santa Claus, and here in am I pronouncing it right? Lenape? With the late fall ritual of someone riding a deer and bringing gifts. So it sounds like fall and into this time of year must be like a across the board almost gift giving time. Missing you. Okay. Thank you. I hate messing things up like that. So thank you for that help. Okay. All right. I hope not to mess that up again, but I probably will. I may need to hear it because just the way my brain processes things backwards sometimes. I mean that literally. So, okay. But that's really fascinating that we would have the different gift giving periods among several religions here. And I know from being in Alaska, that was talked about even up there among, was it the Athabascans? I'll think of that later, I'm sure, probably middle of the night, that they had a time period right before, I think it was the solstice, the winter solstice, where they also gave gifts. So, you know, there's some really neat stuff that we learn from each other here on YouTube, and I love it. What about you all? What tidbits have you learned? Okay, it sounds exactly like missing goo. Okay, missing goo, missing goo, missing goo. That helps. Thank you, Yankees. I appreciate that. So, what kind of things have you all learned online that you guys have felt like were really interesting? Like what I just learned from Yankee. Hey, Jenny. Hey, how are you? Jenny, I hope you're doing okay. I've been concerned about you. Excuse me. So, lots of different things here. But what's one thing, right here before we go here, and I know we've only got 6 minutes, but what is one thing that you have learned maybe from another person here online that has really struck you? And Tanya says hello, and Busy Lady says hello. Let's see. Stellar says she learned in college of an ancient Near Eastern cultures have a flood story like Noah. It's cool. Good, Jenny. I'm glad to hear that. That makes my night. It truly does. Okay. Yankee says he does research and finds new things all the time. Part of one of his daily goals is increasing his daily value, is educating himself on something new every day. That is a good goal for each of us. Because there's always new stuff. And we have tons of information right here at our fingertips. Stellar says, I learned the non-zero day approach from Reddit. Okay. Singing for the Creator. Hey, how are you? We've been praying for you and your family. I, I hope things are going better. You have a flood story also. Cool. Share it out. Thank you. How is your family doing? I know you were going to take a break from the internet for a while. And I'm behind on checking in on everybody. December and like half of November into December, I've just been trying to keep my head above water. So I'm very behind on all things. Tanya says, no matter what each person goes through, we all have struggles that we can relate to and help each other with. Good, good. Oh, thank you, Tanya. I totally forgot to mention that at all. See, what would I do without you all? So there we go. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button. And thank you, Singing, for sharing. So good deal. Well, it sounds like we are learning a lot from each other, which is a total complete blessing because when we stop learning, there's some problems there. Good. Good. There is hope. Amen. Good. I enjoyed your Christmas tours. Their big light and music show down 67, just a couple of miles. Yeah, I saw some of that, but if it's not a commercial building, I feel weird about putting it on YouTube. And singing for the creator, saying hi to Busy. Singing Busy is at Stellar over here is my daughter, and she's musically inclined. You guys might enjoy each other on that. But she's saying hi to Busy, so here we go. All right, well, we're just going to be here about one more minute. I am going to go ahead and cut it off at 8. I look forward to the Christmas tours each year. Yeah, Christmas tours are great. It's just a nice chance to get out and relax, you know? And if you can do it from the warmth of your car, so much better. So look, I want to thank everybody for coming in. And if you've not subscribed, I would invite you to do so because part of what's killing me here is I'm looking at the numbers on my channel and I know that life is not all about the numbers, but I have 2,995 subscribers right now. And I'm like, if before it gets to the end of the year, if I could just see 3,000, that would be great. But I also know that if I can just see the end of the year, that's still great too. So, perspective. Tony says, good evening, everyone. And Yankee says, you did a great job as always. I'm glad and honored to be able to chat with you this evening. Thanks for putting on the show. Yankee, thank you for being here. And Busy Lady says, take care, friends. And y'all take care too. And remember, it is always about hashtag be bodacious. Remember that? Hashtag be bodacious, because you're not going to let life get in the way of living. And I will see you all, some of you tomorrow night on the chat on the other channel, the prayer chat, and Saturday night again and some videos during the week. So keep watching, and y'all have a good night and a great new year, okay? Thank you, Busy. Thank you. Y'all take care now. Good night.